Isn't it true that time just flies by? Especially when you have children. My son is 6 months old, and I kid you not, it seems like he was born just yesterday. And I know some of you, as you're listening to this, you have children that are in high school. You have children that are in college. Some of you have grandchildren. And you think back, how quickly has the time flown? Whether you're going to be on planet Earth for another year or another 100 years, what I want you to understand is it's a short amount of time. And if you want to make some things happen in your life, if you have some goals and dreams that you want to accomplish, you better get with it, because time is going to fly by. And that's why at age 28, I made the decision to pursue my dream. And I live every day of my life pursuing the things that are most important to me. And ever since I made that decision, I've been living an extraordinary quality of life. And that's the urgency principle. And let me give you this thought. We all know that there's 24 hours in a day. Most of us spend at least an hour a day in the car. We spend an hour a day getting ready. We spend 2 hours eating and preparing meals. And we spend 8 hours sleeping. That all adds up to 12 hours. That leaves you with 12 hours left in the day. That's all you have. You got about 12 hours a day. And if you're earning a living, you got to fit that in there as well. You have a short, fixed amount of time to make this thing happen, whatever your goals and dreams are. And I'm sharing that with you, not to scare you, but to motivate and inspire you to take action. Because when you have urgency in your life, it's amazing what it is that you can accomplish. Okay, what we're going to do now, you've now learned the benefits of goal setting and numerous goal setting techniques. You've learned that goals attract. The dominating thoughts of your mind act like a magnet. You can act as if you're going to accomplish a goal. You can set big goals, you can set little goals, you can set long-term goals, you can set goals in all areas of your life. I've shared with you the most powerful 10-step goal setting process that exists in the world today. But all of that information without action produces nothing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take action, and I'm going to take you through a goal-setting process. I want you to take this information and implement it so you can enjoy the benefits that I'm now enjoying from the goal setting that I've done in my life. So we're going to go through the process. We're going to start with step number 1. And what I need you to do is get out several clean sheets of paper or get out your journal right now, and we're going to do this. If you're driving, listen to me as I'm speaking in the program, and then when you get home, rewind the tape or play the CD over again and take the time out to do this exercise. Step number 1 is to think about what you want and write it down. Step number 1 is to think about what you want and write it down. And what we're going to do now is we're going to break your life up into several different areas of your life. And we're going to set goals in these areas, but we're going to start off with a brainstorming exercise. Write down the word health. And if you want to mind map this, that's fine. And if you're mind mapping, what you're going to do is you're going to draw a circle in the middle of the page and write health inside the circle. And you're going to draw lines out from that center of the circle and jot down different ideas that pop in your head around health. What is your ideal weight? I'm simply going to ask you a series of questions about your health. Whatever answer pops in your head, jot the answer down in your notes. What size clothes would you like to wear? What could you do to take better care of your health? What changes would you like to make in your diet? Do you need a physical? Do you need to see a dentist? Do you need to stop smoking? Do you need to stop drinking? Do you need to quit using drugs? Do you need to exercise more? What types of exercise do you enjoy? What actions can you take today to improve your health? Take a moment and think about the word health and what it means to you. What do you want in regards to your health? What foods would you like to eat more of? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself in the area of health? Would you like to run a marathon? Do you have any challenging physical activities that you'd like to accomplish? Brainstorming is just simply asking and answering questions and writing. So whatever pops in your head, just jot it down in your notes. At this point, we're not evaluating if these are goals or not. We're just simply capturing ideas on paper. Remember, you can always go back and change your mind. Would you like to get your teeth whitened or straightened? Visualize ideal health and write it down. I'd like to acknowledge you right now. You are a person of action. You are following through and you will achieve your dreams. What is the one habit that's causing you the most health problems? What is your 1-year health goal? What is your 1-month health goal? What is your 1-week health goal? What is your 1-day health goal? What is one small shift you could make to significantly improve your health? Remember, your brain acts like a computer and will answer whatever question you ask it. It's one of the most powerful ways to access your subconscious. We've now completed the brainstorming exercise on the health section. We're now going to do a section on business and career. If you're mind mapping, go ahead and grab a clean sheet of paper, draw a circle in the center, and inside the circle put business and career. What is important for you to accomplish during your career? What do you want in regards to your career? How will you know if you had a successful career? Do you want to get a promotion? Do you want to get a raise? Do you want to start your own company? Where do you see yourself in your business 1 year from today? What is your business goal for the next quarter? Do you want to join a work-related organization? Are you really passionate about what you do for a living? If you're not really passionate about what you do, are you prepared to set a goal to do something about it? You're doing great. Keep up the great work. You're a person of action. By writing these things down, you're 10 times more likely to accomplish your goals. What would be your ideal job? What goals do you have for yourself over the remainder of your career? How would an ideal day at your job look? What business seminars would you like to attend during your lifetime? Are there any awards that you would like to receive in your career? Do you want to go into management? What is your ultimate career goal? Why do you want to be successful in your career? What is the biggest success that you've ever had in your career? Okay, we've now completed the brainstorm on business and career. Great job. Okay, the next one is financial. If you're using the mind mapping technique, go ahead and grab a clean sheet of paper, draw a circle, and begin to write the lines out. And in the center of the circle, write financial. If you're unclear on what I mean by mind map, the next time you're on the internet, do a search under mind map on a search engine, and you can get all the information you need for free. Think about the word money and what that word means to you. What do you want in regards to your finances? How do you feel about the possibility of you becoming wealthy? Does that excite or scare you? Do you currently have a plan to achieve your financial dreams? Who could you consult with to help you build your net worth? What is your income goal for the next 12 months? What is your ultimate financial goal for your entire life? What is your 10-year financial goal? What is your 5-year financial goal? What is your 1-year financial goal? What is your 1-week financial goal? What is your financial goal for today? What is your worst financial habit? How much money is in your savings account right now? How much would you like to build into your savings account in terms of cash reserves? How much money have you invested in the last 30 days? What is the one financial habit, if you changed, would make the biggest difference in your life? When is it your goal to get 100% out of debt? Do you want to become a millionaire? Do you want to become a multi-millionaire? Do you want to become a billionaire? What could you do in the next 24 hours to create a quantum leap in your finances? What is one small shift you could make to significantly improve your finances? We've now just completed the section on financial. We're now going to do a section on relationships. If you're mind mapping, grab a clean sheet of paper, draw a circle in the middle of that page, and put relationships in the center of that circle. I want to take another moment and acknowledge you for being a person of action. You will achieve your dreams. What do you want in regards to your relationships? What are the 7 most valuable relationships in your life? Here are some mind joggers. Your children, God or your creator, your best friend, your spouse, your boss, your relatives, members of your church or associations that you belong to, and business partners. Which relationship is the most important in your life? Which relationship is your most important business relationship? Which relationship is your most important financial relationship? What is your most important health relationship? What are some relationship goals that you have for the next year? If you are married, how would you rate your relationship on a scale of 1 to 10 with your spouse? 10 being best, 1 being not so good. If you have children, how would you rate your relationship with your children? What are some new relationships that will be important that you need to develop to achieve your goals and dreams? We've now completed the section on brainstorming for relationships. Go ahead and take out a clean sheet of paper. If you're doing the mind map exercise, draw a circle in the center and put family. What are some of the goals that you have in relationship to your family? Would you like to eat 3 meals a week with your family, for example? Would you like to take 1 vacation a year? If you were to go on an ideal vacation, where would you go? What could you do to make your spouse feel special if you're married? Do you have any family relationships that you need to clean up? In other words, somebody who you maybe had a fight with and haven't spoken to in several years. When is the last time that you told your parents that you love them? When is the last time you told your children that you love them? What are some activities that you like to do as a family? Where would you like your family to live? Do you currently live there? Do you have anyone in your family that you need to apologize to for any reason? What type of house would you like to live in? How big is the house and what does it look like? We've now completed the section on family, and we're now going to do a section on leisure time. Go ahead, if you're mind mapping, grab a clean sheet of paper and draw a circle and put leisure time in the middle of the circle. What silly things would you like to do in your lifetime? What skills would you like to master? Would you like to learn to play the guitar or a musical instrument? Is there anyone that you would like to get to know personally, perhaps a celebrity? What fears would you like to overcome? What books would you like to read? Would you like to get a college degree? Would you like to become an actor or actress? When would you like to retire? Would you like to visit all 50 states? Would you like to write a book? If so, what kind of book would you like to write? Write down 10 things that you enjoy that cost nothing. Would you like to go on a cruise? What would you like more of in your life right now? What would you like less of? We've now completed the brainstorming exercise in leisure time, and that is the last brainstorming exercise. So great job. Congratulations on taking action. You are a person of action. By going through that process, you're now in the top 1% of the world of taking time to really think about what you want and write it down. So that's step 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take your goals through the 10-step process. Now you've probably identified maybe as many as 40 or 50 goals by going through that brainstorming exercise. Now I'm not going to sit here and coach you on taking you through all 40 or 50 goals. That would take forever. That would be a 50-hour program. But what I am going to do is I'm going to coach you on how to take one goal through the rest of the 10-step process. There's an expression, if you give a man a fish, he can eat for the day. If you teach him how to fish, he can eat for the rest of his life. And so what I'm going to do is have you take one goal through the 10-step process, and then you can rewind the tape or replay the CD and take another goal through. And after you do this a couple of times, you will master taking goals through the 10-step process. The way you get better at anything is you practice. Every goal you take through the 10-step process gets you a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, and before you know it, you will be a goal-setting master. Being a goal-setting master is a choice. Listen to this program 7 times through. Do the written exercises. Take the notes in the journal. Write down your goals, and before you know it, you will have dramatically improved yourself in the area of goal setting. Again, goal setting was one of the most powerful skill sets that you could ever develop in your life. And before you know it, you'll be attracting in more and more success. So step number 1 of the 10-step process is what we just did. Think about what you want and write it down. The next step, step 2, is to decide exactly what you want and write it down. Now, there's a rule called the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle. And what it suggests is that in your goals, of all the goals that you have, 20% of your goals will produce 80% of the results. So I'd like you to look at your goals and see if you can identify 5 or 6 of your most important goals of all of the things that you jotted down in your notes so far. And once you've identified 5 or 6, I'd like you to select one goal. I'd like you to get out a clean sheet of paper, and we're going to put this down in your notes. Now, what I do sometimes is I'll put the goals into the computer in Microsoft Word, and I'll just simply create a goal file. So feel free to do this in your computer if you'd prefer. Do it in your journal or take out a clean sheet of paper. So what I'd like you to do now is select which is the goal that you're going to take through the 10-step process. So now that you've decided the goal, I want you to look at the goal and make sure that it's measurable. Is there a way to measure whether or not you've accomplished the goal? If it's not measurable, I'd like you to rewrite the goal in a way that it is measurable. The next step is step 4. Identify the reasons why you want the goal and write them down. Now, I want you to spend a little bit of time on this because this, I believe, if there was one step that was the most important of the 10 steps, this would be it, because this is where your self-motivation comes from. What is the heaven if you achieve the goal? And what's the hell if you don't? In other words, what will it mean to you when you accomplish this goal? And what will it cost you if you don't accomplish the goal? See if you can come up with at least 5 reasons why you want the goal and write it down. The more reasons, the better. Why else do you want that goal? What else will it cost you if you don't achieve it? Step 5 is to establish a definite date for the accomplishment of your goal and write it down. Establish a definite date for the accomplishment of your goal and write it down. Now, sometimes people experience fear over writing the date down. Here's the great news. You can always change the date. You can move the date up closer or you can move it further away. So have no fear in establishing a date. You can always change your mind. Go ahead and jot down in your notes right now, when will you accomplish the goal? Step 6 is to create a list of action steps that need to be taken and write them down. Create a list of action steps that need to be taken and write them down. I'd like you to spend some time on this and see if you could come up with 10 different action steps that you need to take to accomplish your goal. And they don't need to be in any order. Just think about it. What are the action steps for you to achieve your goal? What other action steps need to be taken? Is there anyone that you need to help you achieve your goal? Are there any resources that you'll need to buy, like software or a Palm Pilot? Do you need a website? Are there any resources that you're going to need in order to achieve that goal? So see if you can come up with a list of 10 steps. And now step 7 is to create an action plan from your list of action steps and write it down. And then prioritize the list of action steps. So here's what I mean by step 7. Look at those 10 steps or however many steps you wrote down. Which one is first? Which one is second? Which one is third? Which one is fourth? And just whichever one's number 1, put a 1 and put a circle by it. Whatever's number 2, put a 2 and put a circle by it. 3 and so forth. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way to 10. You've now completed all 7 of the written steps of the 10-step goal setting process. See how easy that was? You've now been taken through step by step exactly how to set your goals. Now step 8 is to take action. Step 9 is to do something every day. What can you do today toward pursuing the achievement of your goal? And do a little something every day. And then step 10 is to reprogram your subconscious mind for success. View, visualize, and speak your goals daily. View, visualize, and speak your goals daily. And one of the things that I do is right up on my bathroom mirror. I have my goals written down. And then in the front of my time management system, the very first page are all of my goals. And I look at them on a regular basis. And every time you picture in your mind the achievement of that goal, you're reprogramming your subconscious mind for success. And then speak out loud that you're going to accomplish this goal each day. By applying this 10-step process, you are now 10 times more likely to accomplish your goals. What I'd like you to do now is select your next goal. Rewind the tape or start the CD over again and take that next goal through this process. I can't stress the importance of how valuable it is for you to simply take action on this 10-step process. At my public seminars, we will often do an exercise where we take the participants through the 10-step goal setting process. And at one of my seminars about a year ago, one of the participants, he happened to sell Yellow Page advertising. And the goal that he put in the 10-step process is that he would sell $7,000 of advertising per week, starting the week of March 26th. He took the goal through the 10-step process, captured all of the information in the workbook, and I got a phone call from him about 6 months later. And he said, Eric, I just wanted to share a victory with you. I said, great, I'd love to hear it. He said, well, you may not remember me, but I was the individual. I sell Yellow Page advertising, and I was at your program about 6 months ago, and we did that 10-step goal-setting process. And I had shared with you in the seminar that my goal was to do $7,000 in a week in advertising starting March 26th. And I want you to know that last week I had just completed the week starting March 26th, and I did $7,004 in gross sales. And I just want to thank you. Now, in that goal setting section, and when we went through the 10-step process, the exact goal that he wrote down was $7,000 in gross sales. The definite date for the achievement of his goal was starting the week of March 26th. And the week of March 26th ended, and he ended up doing $7,004 in gross sales. Now, was that a coincidence that he exceeded the goal by $4? No, I don't think it was a coincidence. By taking the goal through the 10-step process, by taking your goals and writing them down, you increase the likelihood that you're able to accomplish your goals by tenfold. And I want to share another story of someone else who took this information and it powerfully impacted their life. And it's a woman who I've never met face to face. I've only met her via the internet. And her name is Sherry Gideons. And Sherry happened to get a copy of my 10-step process from a free ebook that I give away on the web. It's at a website, www.freegoalsettingbook.com. www.freegoalsettingbook.com. And I share the 10-step process in that ebook. She downloaded the ebook and it was on her desktop. She never took a look at it, and several months passed, and she was cleaning up her desktop one day and she came across the ebook, How to Master the Art of Goal Setting. And she thought, you know what, I never looked at that. I'm curious, maybe I should open it up and take a peek at it. So she opened up the ebook and she began to read this powerful information. And she stumbled across the 10-step goal setting process. And the goal that she chose to set for herself that day was to generate $5,000 for a down payment on a car that she needed. And at that time, she didn't know how she was going to get the $5,000. She wrote it down, and she needed the money coming up in a few weeks in December. Her husband said, Sherry, you'll never believe it. I just closed a large sale, and I'm due to earn my commission in 3 weeks. And in 3 weeks was the due date that Sherry had put down for this $5,000 down payment that she needed for this vehicle. And Sherry said to him, well, I'm just curious, how much is the commission? He said, it's for exactly $5,000. Sherry immediately said, honey, you'll never believe it. I wrote down a written goal that I would come up with an extra $5,000 for the down payment on this car that I want to get. And the money showed up. Goals attract. Now, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure sometimes why these principles work. And I may never discover the true principles behind why writing your goals down is so powerful. But what I do know is that it does work.